Alright, welcome back. I wanted to do a quick review of some of the volatility in these currencies and a quick lesson on stops. If you have your own way of calculating stops, keep on keeping on. If not, we can talk about a quick, easy, back of the envelope way that can apply to any time frame, any instrument. It's back of the envelope. There's some fine tuning, but it's really simple. All you need is an ATR, which is average true range, and most charting packages have that. And all that does is it takes the range of each bar and calculates it over a certain number. So what I'm doing is I'm using two numbers actually, a longer range 200 bars and a shorter range 34 bars. And then it's really simple. All I do is take the ATR and basically double it. Double it to 2.5 times what it is. So for instance, if the ATR, the highest one here, is 32, I'm going to use a 64 tick stop at least. Okay, so just so you can see the difference. So this is telling you how many ticks this thing has traveled in a single bar on an average. And you can use your own numbers. There's no secret to these. 200s for calculate more bars, longer range. 34 will capture quicker moves. And I just want to use the highest. And I don't want to be going the right way in the market and get stopped out because I'm using a silly stop. So basically I'm doubling it, saying I want to buy at least, right, the average bar. If this is the average bar, I want to buy at least double that as a stop, at least double that as a stop. So just so you can get an idea, you can take a look here and you can see today the average true range is 32. If you go back long time ago, right, into February, you can see it's 8 ticks. So back here when it was 8 ticks, we were using 20 tick stops or so. Over here, you're not going to get away with a 20 tick stop. So adjust yourself accordingly. For instance, if you were doing so here's a trade I was looking at. Basically a swing. And then I watched it come down, and I used a swing also to measure an entry. And naturally I want to get as far beneath that as possible so I can check, and you can see if I come over here and I go 60 some odd ticks, right, I'm buying a certain amount of room. Now of course you have to be going the right way, no stop's going to work, but when you get in here you want to calculate a decent size stop and have some sort of method to do it. I like going 2 times or 2.5 times the ATR. And we can have a look at some other markets, and you can see in the euro, so stops, my stops are going to be around 46 ticks in this. And just for, as crazy as things get, as wild as this looks, remember all we're doing is mapping swings. And so just like in prior videos, if we look at swings and gaps, we just need the ability to say, alright, what's a swing? Gaps creates a swing, and we're just going to measure. That's what a median line does. That's going to be the major, and that's going to be the minor. And when you see gaps, mark the gaps also. I did that in the video, and we just follow it. And so as messy as that looked, you can see how it mapped out pretty easily. Like so. I don't even recommend trading in these markets right now. They're a little bit wild and crazy. They'll get back to normal. But no matter when you're trading high volatility, low volatility, different time frames, you can use this nice, simple, easy back of the envelope method for your trading. And don't forget to map simply. Don't get caught up in all the craziness. Oh, that swing's about that big. 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 That swing comes in over here. It's just simple swing, just swing. Swing to swing. And as usual, we just want to follow what is, right? That is what is. When's this market turn? When it quits doing what is, when it quits making swings that big. And we need simple and objective ways to follow a market without getting caught up in all of the craziness. If you can map the swing, you can begin to see, all right, that's what price is doing. So I wanted to add that in here. So this is the pound. I don't care what's going on. The pound is doing this about this big. Don't expect that to change until it changes. But here you have a stick, you have a measurement to know when that changes. And we can follow any market in any time frame, in any craziness, the same way. So these simple objective methods will help to ground you in times where everybody's emotions are quite heightened. Alright, so hopefully you enjoyed that. Just a quick reminder on stops. We'll do maybe a longer session on that sometime, but that's a quick, easy way to do your calculations, and it's a pretty good starting point. Alright, just for reference, these ATRs, I'll show you my settings if you're using Ensign, but it's pretty simple. I'm also using a simple moving average, and I'm just taking the average. But most charting packages will come with some sort of easy ATR. So in this one I use a 34, and then on this tab I have a 200, both. It's simple.